I appreciate you guys over having me, man.
I appreciate you taking that ride.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. Scrub, man.
Shoot, I am.
Welcome to another episode of Bad and Sober. I'm your host, Trisco X. Got our co-host over here in the new spot.
Terrence.
Got our director, film man, jumping from behind the camera, this Rip.
Yeah, this Scully at the real Scully.
Yeah.
And we got us a special guest. You already know, but let him introduce himself.
What's going on, man? I appreciate you guys having me. Well, I'm Gerald, but they call me G Planz, man, and I'm here on Bad and Sober, man. You know, we about to talk. I do interviews and I talk to people, but now I'm on the other side, so.
Like, you're nervous, man. You're a little nervous.
It's not me. No, this is what I do.
You're on the other side, though. They can see you, Vlad.
I know. I've been doing it on purpose, though. Like, some people don't even know how I look. Some people do, but some people don't. And it's crazy. I was playing ball, like I said, about a month ago. Had these little kids come in the gym, young kids, 15, 16. And I posted myself on the blog, but they brought it to me like, I told them it was you. Man, I saw you on Change Your Plans. I'm like, all right, bet. They talking about it. They don't even know it's mine. So I ain't say nothing. And I'm cool with that. But yeah, it's different though, but it's cool.
So is that always your plan to like be off camera?
Not always. But at first, like, living in a small city, and when you start doing something different, I didn't want nobody to first know, like, man, I can put this with him, because some people are evil. They see you got something there, trying to sabotage it. I wanted to detach my face from my brand as long as I could until I start going up.
Yeah. It also probably works out because if anything happens in your personal life, it won't affect your business life because they don't put two and two together.
Yeah.
So what was your plans before Change Your Plans?
Working with the school, graduated college, got me a job. I do tax assessor. That's my main job. I deal with property taxes. If you build a new house, get a new mobile home, commercial property, I gotta see it so I can assess it, so you can get that tax bill at the end of the year. That's what I do. So I deal with dabble in real estate. That's like my field.
Right.
But I've always done this. Cameras. I was a camera guy at school. That was me. And Change Your Plans just came from Gerald doing something different. G Planz, that's what they call me.
Right.
Change Your Plans, Gerald doing something different. That's how the name came about.
Gotcha.
So boom. And I started doing it.
What college you graduated from?
Northwestern State.
Yeah.
Holes
Yeah. Hey, they was out there. Everybody was coming, like back then, everybody was coming up they got them something out there, like, they had a lot of girls from Lafayette. Go to school up there.
Right there from Rain, they had about 7, 8 of them. Right there from Rain. That's the only reason I was up there.
Yeah. Sweet jail.
So, real estate.
Yeah.
And the plan, how you squeeze all that in your schedule, bro?
Oh man, well, I don't have no kids. So that's one thing. So since I don't have no kids, I go to work, I do my editing. I just make time and prioritize. I know I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. All the bullshit, we all bullshit.
Right.
But I just try to cut that out and take care of what I'm trying to do.
Furthest should have been at interviewing?
Furthest, New York, Brooklyn, New York.
How was that?
Oh, it was cool. It was cool. They're not friendly. People not friendly in New York. I was walking down. I was in Manhattan, and I was going down the street, just walking down the where everybody goes? Times Square. Yeah, I was in Times Square, just walking and stuff, and I was like, I had moved over. I was like, excuse me. Like, I ain't want to be in somebody's way. They just looked at me and just walked out. Like, it wouldn't walk. Yeah, I held the door open for a lady. She just walked in. Like,
No, thank you.
They're nothing. That's just how they are.
They walk either looking forward or
yeah, that's it. But they be on their grind.
They're not about to look at you and hello or how you doing.
That's serious.
Straightforward.
So with the pandemic, did it change anything about your process when you're doing interviews?
It did. I didn't fly. I didn't catch not one flight 2020. Not one. I drove. I go places, but you was like I had to fly to go to Brooklyn, or I'd have been to Philly, or I'd have been to Baltimore. I had to fly. So those interviews that I wanted to really get. Now I could have gone to the virtual world and we go do Zoom and stuff like that. But it's a whole nother experience when you go to this artist's hometown. You experience the culture. You go there and just see how different it is. It's a totally different experience.
What's the most interesting place you went to so far?
Oh, in Philly. It changed my outlook.
You was in Philly?
Yeah, I went to Philly. Yeah.
What part?
North Philly.
I was about to say North Philly. I didn't meet from North Philly.
That's what I was trying to tell you before we started. When I had went to Max's to get a cheesesteak, I went in there and started talking, and everybody just looked at me. They was like, yeah, I ain't from here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's automatic.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, North Philly.
It's the most dangerous spot you ever been to.
Oh. Could I say North Philly again? No, I'm gonna say Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore.
I'm gonna say Baltimore.
Yeah.
Who you did out there?
It was this guy named Remy. He an upcoming rapper. His name Remy. That's what his name is.
So
I got an uncle in Baltimore. My daddy, older brother, live up there.
Like how you choose the people that you want to interview? Like you just
how I choose?
You just social media. Or?
Yeah, go to social media. I vet them, see what they doing. First, do I like them? Yeah. Do I like this person? Do their music sound good? Do I hear something different? Let me see what he got going on. Boom. I had tried to set up a few interviews. All of them ain't go like I wanted to go in Baltimore, so I ended up doing one. But I had a few people I wanted to interview. We got up there. Oh, I got this going on. Like we was talking earlier, people canceling and stuff like that. But I mainly go off them. I check them out. No matter what your following look like or not. To me.
So is it mainly entertainment, like musical artists, or do you do like sports figures and stuff?
Everything. I've interviewed teachers. I've interviewed real estate agents. I've interviewed cameramen. I've interviewed artists. I've interviewed makeup artists. But the notoriety comes from the artist. That's the primary. I say interviewee. I'm looking for them, but I brand myself on the artistry. Mm-hmm. But if you got a story, you got a story.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You got a story, no matter who you are.
A lot of content creators, they usually like have teams with like production teams and all of that stuff. You do everything yourself?
Not everything, most of it, because I know where I wanted to go. You can have somebody help you, but you know what you want your brand to be like. Mm-hmm. And then they come to a point, hey, Gerald, got this guy, or got this guy. And then when somebody sees somebody, you be like, oh, they all right. And then they gonna be like, damn, why should I bring this person? You gonna shut it down anyway. Mm-hmm. So at the same time, I know where I want it to go. So I take in what I take in from anybody, my partners, or I got a partner in New Rose. He give me insight. No, he in Baton Rouge, from New Rose. He give me insight on different artists and stuff like that. I'm like, I go through, all right, he good, he cool, whatever, boom. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to say so how we gonna do it, and regardless. So even if I had a big production team.
Mm-hmm. So out of everybody interviewed so far, which one do you think really was the one that helped you out the most in your brand?
The one that helped me out, I think, was Cowboy, 147 Cowboy. He signed.
He's Florida?
No, he's from Chicago. He signed a Dream Chasers right now. I forgot the other record label, but anyways, he's from Chicago. I flew to Chicago. I knew somebody who was DJing with him. He put me on him. Like, dude, he doing this thing. It's before he got a song called Envy Me. Everybody know about Envy Me, but it's old now. But anyways, when I went out there and I did that interview, it kind of like put me in a different place because I had to get outside of my comfort zone. I'm so used to Louisiana artists that me doing a Chicago interview was like, it was just different. They talk different, they slang different, the energy different. And I think that was the one personally that gave me some notoriety. Like, damn, you got him before he even blew. Now he probably damn near 1 million followers on Instagram. He got songs with everybody. He got songs with Pop Smoke, Meek, all them niggas.
But, yeah, I think that's what I heard from Meek. So.
How you find a comfort place like to go to like places like that? I know when people hear Chicago, they be like, man, I'm not going to Chicago because you know how the murder rate is.
From Louisiana, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, don't get me wrong, it's real everywhere, son. But it's rough out here. Like, only thing with us, we friendly. We family oriented people, but we reserved. Yeah. They are just reserved all the way around.
That's how I lie to you. I know if I went to Chicago for an interview, because I don't care where I go, I'm watching my other surroundings, so I know you gotta be in a certain.
Oh, it was different. Don't get me wrong, because it's like I'm like, damn, we in the hood. I went to his hood. I went to Southside Chicago. We was outside, and then cars passing by. Like, you know, but I don't know what's going on. But God, fortunately, nothing happened. Yeah. He looked over me, and we did it, and man, it was up. It's crazy. I had went to South by Southwest not last year because it was canceled. It was canceled. 2020 was canceled.
Before that was trash.
I ran into Cowboy in Austin, and I seen him. I'm like, oh, I'm like, damn, you was on me before anybody was. You know what I'm saying? We had a conversation and stuff, but it's like, damn, the nigga remember who I was? Because niggas get big. Like, he's a star now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just one interview. I got others, but that's just one.
So with that being said, what was your words? Like, when you probably felt like, man, I'm too uncomfortable out here. Ooh. Like, I'm just shaking up. Like,
I ain't never shook up, but where I was at, I still did it. I think I was in Baton Rouge. I was in Sherwood.
Right at home.
Right, when you said, people worried about Chicago, and you was right at home worried about yourself.
Sherwood and Alexandria. I did an interview in Alexandria with this guy named Chucky 5. He coming up as my dude. Shout out to Chucky 5. Anyways, the first interview we did, we went to like this little pool hall in the back, and they had like buku niggas in there just going crazy, talking and all this stuff. I'm like, damn, what these niggas doing? Got in there. It got stuff everywhere, clothes everywhere. It was just so hood and ratchet. I did it anyway because I knew him, but I was uncomfortable. I was very uncomfortable.
How you feel like? Because I know you get on the planes, you going to Chicago, you ain't got no strap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
I feel like that would have me, even though you're not going nowhere thinking I gotta use this, but it feels good to have it on you. You know?
It do, but
well, you can travel.
You can. That's why I just got my I just took the concealed carry.
Oh, all right.
You can travel.
You gotta check it in. Yeah.
You gotta break the gun down, put it in a box with your concealed carry, depending on the state you can go to, because some states don't allow you to have it with concealed.
I just figured that out. I think it was 19. We went to Cali, and my cousin and his white Guardian guns.
You see, that's what they had me though, because I feel like I'm never gonna go nowhere where I feel like I need it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, it's like a security blanket. You know
what I'm saying? You gotta have it. Like it is when you, when you so excited trying to get something, you just want to get the content.
You're not even thinking about it.
Yeah, you just. But see, on the flip side, my girl from Illinois, but her mama and her grandma from the South Side of Chicago. So I knew some people up there already.
Right. Oh yeah. So that's good.
Yeah.
So what do you see G Planz 5 years from now? What we
5 years, man. 5 years. I hope. Like I said, I hope. I'm gonna speak it to existence. I should be touching a mill. Changing plans to be in different places, not only just doing stuff with the interviews. I'm talking about the music, dropping mixtapes, albums, clothes, real estate, everything. I just recently, my trademark is in transit. It's going through in the process of being finalized. But now, since I'm getting bigger, I tried to trademarking a year ago, but some stuff that happened with a lawyer. But long story short, I'm protecting everything. So now when I really come out with my new merch or socks or whatever I'm doing, it's gonna be right. And man, I'm open to anything, but 5 years from now, man, I want this to be a international global brand.
I heard you say speaking to existence. You believe in a lot of spiritual things and like affirmations and stuff like that?
Somewhat, because words are powerful.
Yeah.
I don't rap, but I've seen a lot of rappers rap and end up dead because they spoke about
Because they spoken into existence, like the Pops and the Biggies. And
I'm about to buy this bust down AP, and they got it.
Mm-hmm. And then Boy 3 was talking about that.
Yeah.
3 had a song talking about he died,
It's shit crazy. I
met
Boy 3.
a lot of people.
I mean, I feel like
A few weeks before he died.
That's just, I ain't gonna say that's the rapper life, but that's just the rapper way. Like they just rap about death and killing each other.
I actually feel like it's sort of like witchcraft, because when you watch the typical Hollywood witch stuff, you usually see them speaking in rhyme. And I feel like with rappers, we speak in rhyme, and it's like we casting spells in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of the times they just speak their own demise when they have a person like Jay-Z who spoke about money, and that's all he got was money.
Right. Well, you being in that world of dealing with younger artists, upcoming artists, how you feel about them, like, just being stuck in that, especially in Louisiana. I don't feel like in Chicago and everywhere too, but in that gangster era, like nobody really putting out that much lyrical content like a Kendrick or something like. I feel like a lot of people we listen to in the younger generation is more so, murder, kill, gotta get,
NBA young boy, man.
Yeah, he was an era. I don't want to put that stigma just on him. I don't want to, because I feel like NBA young boy can rap about what he want. That don't mean you gotta follow suit.
You don't want to single him out, but he's the hottest young artist right now.
He's the most influential artist next to Chief Keef. He's like the next one in line is Chief Keef, and then this young boy. That's what it is. But the thing with these labels, they pushing detrimental music to the black people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they're gonna rap about. They're not going to push a positive record. That's just what these execs and the people who control these syndicated stations are not going to push that. So we're going to talk about that. The whole purpose of rap right now is to really, my opinion, or I think is really like, we're going to keep this demographic of people, we're going to keep them down. It sounds good, but you don't really get nothing from that type of rap.
Right.
When you hear young boy son, you ready to really step on something, how they say it. And you like, you ain't even beefing with nobody.
Right.
What you want to
do? No problem. But I feel like once you mix this with some NBA young boy, it's over with.
And it's so crazy because like, whenever we was young, I mean, I can't really think of, especially like,
I'm talking.
No, listen.
Boosie, man. Because like I said, when I hear that boot,
let me finish. I'm talking about somebody. We got on Boosie. We was like 14, 13. Like I wasn't listening to no gangster rap when I was 8. Like I know some 7, 8-year-olds who be singing Young Boy word for word.
Yeah, they know it, dog.
I feel like that's what the
we had the Master P's and the Hot Boys.
I wasn't listening to that when I was 8.
I was, but I'm saying I feel like even with Master P and them, it really wasn't on no.
And I feel like we didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah, it was.
Not like
I feel like it wasn't as blunt as it is.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like they watered it down a little bit.
But it's only like that because Young Boy's a little dude, and we didn't have young rappers being that blunt and cursing and all that back then. You know what I'm saying?
The boys, they were talking about puppy loving and dancing and stuff.
Nowadays, it's like the younger artists, them niggas like 16, 15, and they talking about the same shit growing up.
I feel like my boy opened up all the doors for that, dude. I feel like,
Fat.
Oh yeah.
Fat opened up the doors for that, man. Fat was the first one that I seen somebody our age, like, I feel like you can go listen to a Fat mixtape right now and you like, that shit still relevant.
I wasn't really a Fat, you know me, I wasn't no Fat fan, so I ain't really get on Fat till like, I ain't gonna see it. Probably was after he died. Like damn,
I feel like a lot of these young artists right now was bred by Fat though, like
after he died.
I mean, but Wayne was also young when he started.
Yeah, but Wayne wasn't talking
like
this.
Killing them. And I think
Wayne wasn't even cursing.
Yeah.
You know, another thing I think it was like we wouldn't just like with the music. Like we had TV and everything. Like we had different things. Like kids like really mostly connect just to music now, dog. Like think about
I feel like music run the world, bro.
And we had like even when we watch sports and all that, like them kids ain't doing nothing.
Exactly. I feel like you ask a kid right now, back in the day, you ask somebody what they want to do, everybody play, you either Michael Jordan or you Randy Moss, you're a football player, man. But now I feel like people more gravitated to rappers. Like you ask a kid who I'm young boy, I'm such and such, or I'm this one. It's always gonna go back to a rapper, bro. Nobody want to be a sports figure no more. Back in the day, man, we wanted to be Kobe, Jordan, and like I say, Marshall Falk. I mean, whoever it was in the sports world, like that's who we was, bro. But I feel like kids don't even look at them no more. Like I ain't really kids say
because they're not as active. Like we wanted to be them because we was outside playing and pretending like we were them. They in the house listening to the music, pretending to be them on TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you feel like, yeah, that could be a reason too, though. But I mean, like I said, bro, you being in that world dealing with other artists, how often do you come across somebody that actually got lyrical content? Like,
he got this rapper from Baker. His name Joe Scott.
Oh, I fucks with Joe Scott.
No, it's my dude.
I did a show with him one time. Yeah.
I talk to Joe Scott like probably once a week. We'll call it He Has Substance.
Yeah.
It's another artist from my city. His name Matt Page. He has substance. You gotta let me see who else got just substance. I'm just saying them two right now.
Right.
They from here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They from the state. They got substance, like for real.
But like how y'all feel about like the artists like they mix it in, like my favorite rapper right now, of course, Mozzie. Like he got the
I like Mozzie. Mozzie from San Fernando.
Yeah, he got the gangster rap, but he mix in the intellect also. So how you feel about artists like that?
That's what you need. Diversity,
the balance.
Diversity can put you anywhere. You're very you're more marketable.
Right.
When you versatile like he is.
And I feel like with Mozzie, he slipped a lot of stuff in that music to let you know, like, I'm still on it. Like, I'm talking about this gangster shit, but we buying houses too, though.
Yeah, because I mean,
like, he'll slip it in.
Take away from me. He tell you gangster and all that.
Right.
He gonna give you the real estate stuff and all that, the being a good father and all that
stuff. He like Money Man.
Yeah, he gonna give
Money
you
Man is a real slept on artist. Money Man and Money Bag Yo.
I fuck with Money Man.
Slept on.
I fuck with Money Man tough.
I like Pee Wee Longway too, though. I know a lot of people don't really fuck with him.
I do. I like him too.
Pee Wee straight.
Yeah, I like him.
But I can't really think of too many rappers like that. Like gonna give you the hood, and he gonna give you the
like Kendrick was one of the best to do it. Like him.
But I'm talking about like a rapper who like. I ain't gonna say because we don't know what these rappers doing, but I mean
just like Schoolboy. Schoolboy is just as good as Kendrick, but he mixes gangster sound with pop.
Like the whole TV.
Yeah. Like we see like with Nipsey, Nipsey was the Crip and all that, but he was Nipsey backstory. So I mean, it ain't too many rappers who doing that, And I feel like, especially with the youngsters, they don't want to hear that shit anyway.
Yeah, a lot of them don't want to hear no watered down content. They don't want to hear about family and taking care of your kids. They don't want to hear that shit. They want to hear gangster shit. But if you can go back and think as a kid coming up, who was your favorite artist that's coming up?
Oh, my favorite artist coming up as a kid. What are you talking about? 12?
I'm gonna say teenage years when you really can understand.
Teenage years. I liked Ace Hood. I liked the Rocco. Rocco spoke to me. We'll give a gab 1 and 2. Who was I listening to? Of course, I would say Boosie. I could say Boosie 2 from 2000. I'm gonna say 2003. When he got locked, I say Boosie Rocco. That's who I was on. I like to let Kiki too. 0.
Yeah, of course.
But I was on Boosie Rocco.
This is the thing at that age. I can't really think of no rapper at that age.
Teenagers.
Around 03 and stuff. Because we was all, of course we was also Wayne age, but like when we was 18, like even let's say early 20s, who was some probably Cole? I'm talking about with the lyrical content.
That's the cliche thing to say.
Yeah, I feel like this was
automatic.
Right.
I'm talking about with the lyrical content though, like
at that
probably
time,
Cole.
At that time, we thought Eminem had lyrical content at that time. We thought Wayne had lyrical content at that time.
They did though. Eminem, they did.
But let's say like it's a
let's say you can't go back and listen to no.
Yeah, you can't go back and listen. Man.
Oh,
he said he
got a few songs. He got songs.
Yeah, he got a few songs, but like I feel like a lot of Eminem beats was trash. He was just the best rhymer, and he still is the best rhymer.
How you feel about that?
Oh yeah, he's just the best rhymer.
But let's say like
I put Wayne in the same, almost in the same boat. Niggas can just rhyme.
Wayne is better.
No, you tripping.
But as far as a guy,
but they were still older than us at that age, though. You gotta think. I'm talking about like at that age, who was like some conscious rappers?
Nobody. I mean, we really had nobody.
Everybody was conscious, but I feel like they did conscious rap different than because around them they still had the Commons and like all the other dudes. Jay-Z was still
Kanye.
Yeah,
Kanye over Jay-Z.
But they was older than us, though. Like I'm talking about it. When we was 18, and we weren't even on code in them yet.
All we had was
but around that time, that's when Soulja Boy and that's when that started coming out. The snap music and all that started coming out. So it wasn't really
18.
Soulja Boy wasn't part of snap music though. Well, he was kinda.
Not at 18.
When you were 18.
Wait, I'm tripping. Yeah, whenever we like senior year in high school. I think I was Waka Flocka heavy. I was on Flocka heavy.
Atlanta was really starting to take over then.
I can't make a new. That's crazy. I can't make a new country.
Because I think Houston was on their way out and Atlanta was on their way in.
Because they had like
you know what you do? Follow Drake's career. He been a vulture all his life. He jumping from city to city, whoever popping.
Because it's crazy. They had Cole and Kendrick. Because Cole really came on the scene like Drake 9, but we went on.
Drake not a vulture, son. He just got that ear.
He a vulture.
No, how is he a vulture?
He came in with that Houston shit. Whenever Houston was popping, Houston started going down the drain. He jumped to Atlanta. No, he jumped to Florida with Rick Ross and them. Next thing you know, he doing music with Ross. Ross and them, Florida started going down. Atlanta started coming up. He jumped on the Atlanta wave. Now he was in Atlanta.
I totally disagree. The reason why I disagree with you because Jazz Prince brought him into the game. Jazz Prince is from Houston.
Why he didn't stay in Houston then?
Why would he stay in Houston?
Why his swag ain't staying in Houston? He was all made down and
you elevate as you go.
He took the New Orleans bounce too.
You elevate as you go. How you gonna take New Orleans bounce when Houston guy discovered you, brought you to Houston, connected you with Lil Wayne. At the time, Lil Wayne, Ross, Khaled, all of them was together. So he just was going along the path that was set for him.
So what are you doing in Atlanta now?
He a vulture if you ask me.
I mean, I like Drake. I can't say he a vulture. He just know what he doing.
Like, he know what he's doing.
Drake is very strategic. That's why most of the time when you see him on like one of them young dude songs, he's always first because he knows in the club they will play his verse and then they will cut the track.
This is the thing, though. You gotta call it what it is, though. Y'all just saying it because it's Drake. If a white person is taking everybody's style, y'all gonna say they're a culture vulture. But because it's Drake, he's not a culture vulture.
So Drake not a part of the culture.
He's black.
That wasn't a culture
vulture. His dad is from Memphis.
What the album was? More Life. It was More Life. Even on More Life, he started using that damn. Whatever you call that Jamaican music.
Think about it. No, you not. Think about it. If you want to get into a different market in a different demographic of people, why not?
So why taking that? Okay, now whenever he did, I forgot what they call that shit, the Jamaican music. Why all the Jamaicans was coming after? Why they was coming after when he was using all that Jamaican type style music when that More Life?
Yeah, you talking about Mavado and them boys.
That's them. That's they.
I mean, he used everything. He even used a little UK drill sound.
Yeah,
Drake started it first, and then Pop Smoke was
on that. Drake had before Pop Smoke that was drill.
Drake was doing, matter of fact, that little freestyle he did over there, that 56 bar stuff. Like Drake, you gotta think about it. Canada is like an extension of that.
Of course.
So like he would use that style.
That's why he's an international artist, opposed to being a local artist.
Oh, he.
That's why.
He didn't even have to do that to be international.
No,
he a great artist.
You touching everybody.
But I'm saying he didn't have to take from every style to do that because.
But what if he just chilled in his crib and he just want to do it? Like
he ain't owned it. He ain't said it was his.
He was vulture.
I don't know, man. It's your opinion. I think it was smart. I think it was smart.
Oh yeah, I don't knock it. Of course, you can't like Jesus. You can't knock the hustle.
I think it was smart.
Yeah, you can't knock the hustle.
Your favorite album, man?
Favorite album, Ghetto Dreams by Fat Pat. Favorite album.
Ever?
Oh, not ever, but that's one of my favorite albums. Cause I was young when I got on that. Ghetto Dreams.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like I got on Fat Pat as an adult, and I just felt like after really listening to him, I told it to you like maybe like a few years back. I was like, bro, that boy probably was the best rapper. Like
if he wouldn't have got killed,
because I feel like he was so versatile.
Yeah,
man.
if him and DJ Screw got killed, Houston would have had one of the biggest music scenes.
I ain't gonna say DJ Screw. DJ Screw changed the world forever. But I was on Fat Pat when I was young, cause they was playing a lot of Houston shit. And dog, it just now be listening to Fat Pat right now, it just make I'm a fly fat nigga. I can rap, I can carry myself well, I'm a pimp, I'm a this and that. And it was like one of the first albums, real albums. I had the great tape, I had the Fat Pat tape. That whole got messed up. Like, and I almost cried because when I got out the tape player, it was just messed up. Yeah,
that's crazy.
And that's why I feel that way.
Cause it's crazy, cause like America ain't gonna never get the real Houston music scene, dog. Like they think Travis Scott is Houston music, dog. Like,
he is
Houston.
He's Houston, but he is Houston. But the screw is a culture. Man, if you from Houston, you from Houston.
Yeah, I feel like man that Kappa 2K1, man, you know, that do something to my soul when I jam that, man.
I feel like, dog, and Houston was about to take back off, dog. Like, but committed that was commercial.
Pimp went down. That was
Pimp died, that was it.
Yeah, I feel like once they took Pimp, you know what I'm saying?
Like, y'all, Houston is one of the new areas for music right now, collectively.
Yeah, because we own it, but I mean, you go to New York, ain't nobody going.
That's New York. Do you know how big Texas is, bro?
Man,
you don't even need New York.
Go to New York.
That's why Zero can make so much money because he can just travel around Texas and do shows.
Yeah,
of course.
And Texas huge.
New York has rebranded itself with the new Brooklyn drill sound, thanks to Pop Smoke and the niggas came after him, 504 and all them. They got
I'm not saying New York better than Houston music, but I'm saying like if you go to New York, they ain't gonna do it.
They're not jamming
Houston.
Yeah,
it's all everybody jamming their own stuff.
At the same time, you look at people like A$AP Rocky who from Harlem and like they based a lot of their style when they was coming up off of Houston music. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it may not be popular up there, but people are paying attention.
True,
of course.
I love Houston
music popular in Cali.
Toby the Weavy going crazy.
Oh
yeah, I forgot about
OTB Fastlane going crazy. Yeah. You got D Flowers, he going crazy. You got Stunner Bam, he going crazy.
You got Sauce
Walker. He one
of my favorites too.
Man, it's a J Dub, all the Boss Hall Outlaws. Nigga, Houston.
I feel like Slim still giving you good music, bro.
I mean,
Slim Thug last album was fire,
Slim
bro.
Thug doing a lot for the city too.
Yeah, man. I fuck with Slim.
Well, probably not as much as Trey, but he getting a lot of money off that real estate.
Yeah, Boss Hall Construction. I interviewed one of Slim Thug's business partners. His name Rico, Boss Man Rico. They do real estate together and everything. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. His people are from Louisiana. His people. Slim Thug's mama from Louisiana. People didn't know that. Mm-hmm. But his mama from they from Melrose. Slim Pimp C from Louisiana. They from Crown.
Yeah. The roots, man.
Yeah, but that's another conversation. But Houston doing their thing musically and with the business.
Somebody had a chance to meet Pimp C one day, but they ain't.
I seen him in the North game, but he had his own big ass security guards with him. I'm about to run up on
Pimp C.
Hey, Dickie suit and all that, but he had security guards at least like 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, I was stuck in my ways at that time.
You had a chance to meet Pimp C.
I ain't bowing on to it's like, you got
I was the same way.
05, 06, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not about to run up on no nigga, man. This for the artist, you know? But I regret it now. Even I think about it, I'm like, man, you know, you should have just went on there and did it. But I think at that time, I was just like, he had that big jacket on, them sixes on, you know, that was cool back then. I forgot what fashion that way. He had the jacket, big white jacket on, them sixes on it. He was just walking through, and I was like, damn, bro. Like, I want to go, you know, I want to go run up on him, but I don't want to like no group because I feel like at that time, I feel like, you know, this is man, I ain't about to run up on him, man, for no autograph or, you know, shake his hand like I'm a woman or something like.
I feel I was that way when I met Young Boy. Like, I'm older, But we was in Dallas. It was him, Baby Joe, and a few more niggas. And I'm like, damn, I'm gonna say something to this nigga. You gonna do it? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it was cool. But at the time, I'm like, man, I ain't about to be like no groupie nigga. But you just meeting whoever.
Speaking of young boy, like, you know, he's always in the cross with a lot of shit. Do you have a problem with interviewing conflicting artists?
It depends on how I'm gonna do it. Because I try to stay away from the conflict as much as I can, but still get the story. Mm-hmm. Some bloggers don't give a fuck what happened. Me, I do. So if two artists conflict, that's like I met Young Boy, I interviewed Fredo. I know Fredo's DJ. Man, me and his DJ are real tight. Like when I say real tight, but we cool. Mm-hmm. But the same thing when it comes to Young Boy, I know people personally in his camp. I know them. We know on the internet that they got differences, but I'm not about to go talk about some stuff concerning him, and then I'm not gonna do it like that. I'm gonna keep it as neutral as possible. It's y'all business. I'm not from Baton Rouge. I don't know what y'all got going on as far as how deep it goes, but I have a mutual respect for you. I have a mutual respect for you, and I'm gonna just move like that.
So you think it's like the way with words, like the way you caption stuff on your page and stuff like that, you know that can play a big effect too, though.
It can, but I don't do it.
Right.
That's why it's not. I'm not as big as a messy video can go viral.
I know that'd be crazy. Like if you talking about the conflict, like if you do an interview and you ask these certain questions and you start some shit, and then that rapper go out and get killed. Like how you think the interviewers feel, dog?
No, I ain't.
I feel like a lot of them don't even care. They just want the content.
Yeah, they don't.
Because you know, okay, if he get killed, somebody will come on my page. Everybody will watch this video to watch it. You know. Like
I ain't academics. I like academics, but it's like the Chicago drill scene. He played a part in sharing content, and at the end of the day, some people died from that. Right. He's not the reason they died, but in a sense, he played a part in it because he was going in knowing
messy in it, you know.
That shit crazy.
And I just feel like a lot of that. I feel like this. I mean, I understand now, like a whole different wave of way people doing things, but to me, that still shows feminine traits, bro. Like when you posting messy stuff and stuff, I just feel like as a man, bro, you like. Maybe just the era I was born in, but I just feel like as a man, bro, you stay far away from it. Like you say, you know, you got respect for this, for that one, so you don't, you know, intertwine, you know, the videos together. But I feel like, you know, the people who do, I just feel like, are you really that thirsty for attention? And, you know, like, because I feel like, bro, you know, and you, like you say, you didn't interview Fredo, and you know it's certain words you can use in the caption that can make people click it, you know.
I wouldn't dare ask him, like, when I did interview Fredo, I did not dare ask him about nothing about no Young Boy.
Right.
I didn't interview Young Boy, but I met Young Boy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But artists, it's a couple artists that signed to him that I've interviewed before. So it's like I said, I would not ask them about. I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't do that because of my brand. I don't want them to be mad at me or nothing like that. And then we in Scott right now. Where we at? I'm in Louisiana. I'm still roaming this state. I want to go. I don't want to go nowhere. And niggas mad at me. Their blogger said this, not me. So I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And then the go about how people are is regional differences. People from the East Coast think different from the West Coast. People from the South think different from the North. It's just stuff that might not sit well with you. That's just how they are.
Right.
So you just, you know, it's just how they are. So you gotta be like, damn, why they did that? But regional differences play a part into how people act.
Like, so I feel like that to go right back to what we were talking about earlier, like with the Chicago thing. Because I feel like right now the way Chicago looking on the outside, looking in, because I never been.
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to go. That's like a war zone, you know.
No, it's nothing like that.
And I feel like people who've been there come back and be like, it ain't even that bad how they make it seem, you know. So that's what I feel. I just feel like
one section. It's a few sections. Everybody got their neighborhood. So Chicago, beautiful city. It's a huge city. They got damn 2.34 million people in that city. Like it's raw. It's raw in different areas, but man, Chicago nice.
I feel like they kind of go hand in hand with like anywhere you go, like I said, because it's like certain places in Louisiana, I wouldn't go there. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you got
and I feel like with that, I just feel like people know who they want. It ain't like it's no random killings, you know, like there's always people who get hit up, you know, like, okay, this person was into something they ain't have no business, you know? So when somebody died, they'd be like, oh, I'm not going over there. But no, you know this person was not really a bad person because I don't really label people, but you know this person was into things that maybe led them to getting killed, you know? I feel like if you go to Chicago with somebody like yourself, you're not going out looking for no trouble. You in your own zone. Nobody gonna mess with you. You can, I'd really say roam free how you want, but you can walk around and nobody really gonna bother you because, you know, you're not drawing no attention, you know?
Yeah, it depends on how you, it do depends on how you are. But sometimes, dog, like, people know you're not from there, they gonna look at you. Some of them could look at you like a lick. They can look at they oh, that's fresh meat. He ain't from around here. He over here, he saying excuse me. He saying this and that. Oh yeah, you about to get him. I mean, it happens sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So you just, I don't know, man. You want to stay prayed up and try to avoid as much conflict as you can, especially if you ain't got no weapon with you. In these different
you know, I seen I think that was a Say Cheese on the Blad interview.
Yeah.
I watched his on Blad, and he was talking about how, you know, he was going to certain places and you could just tell like it was bad. And when I watched that, you know, I'm like really just sitting in the crib watching it. And when I watched it, I instantly thought about you. That's when I sent you that clip. And I was just like, I sent you that clip. I was like, damn, bro, you know, I never really thought about it like that. Like, this boy really be putting his life in danger, you know, to get the video, you know. And that's why I hit you up. So I sent you that clip. I was like, you know, that's why I was like, damn, bro, you know, I never really put myself in y'all's shoes because I instantly just think, oh, he in the hood, he recording, you know, he good. But then when you really think about the backstory, you going actually in there, you know, you don't know who this man got a problem with, you know.
I'm gonna tell you why I did it though. Like, I wanted to, as far as an interviewer, visionary, blogger, I got my stripes. Like, nigga, I done been in this hood doing interviews. I can prove it. Like, and that's I'm not just saying that to say, man, I just want to do this and do that. When I reach my peak or wherever I'm going, I can look back and say, I broke this barrier, I broke this barrier, I broke this barrier. So with a nigga who don't know me, oh, you interview, oh, nigga, who you did? I don't say nothing. Because I know my resume crazy. But that's why I put the work in forward.
So who's your dream interviewee? My
dream interviewee, if I could, I would want to talk to Rick Ross. It's another guy named Derek Grace. He's from Tampa, Florida. He got tattoos all on his face.
That's the bright dude.
The dude that be doing talking about real estate and with his kids and educating. And he got a board game or something like that. You got I seen you posted,
I'll pick his brain like crazy. Them two for sure. Just from the business aspect. This shit fun, entertainment, getting views, man. We gotta get the money. Yeah. How can we get the money and pass this down to the family? Yeah. I own this. How can I pass it down to my kids, give them knowledge, and boom, 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 boom. Those are two people I would like. Those
yeah, I remember him. You don't want to be having a kid breaking down the guns and you know. So how's that board game? You mess with it?
Yeah, it's cool. I played it a few times. I ain't like I'm just owning it. Right. But it teach you about using your resources to advance. You know what I'm saying? Or all right, instead of going to the bank, I got it. You ain't gotta go to the bank with the loan. Come get it from me. In-home banking, come get it from me. I might charge you a little low interest rate, whatever. We gonna keep the money within us, as opposed to putting it into that system. Right. You know what I'm saying? So.
You got some interviews set up for 21?
I already did one. I did one last week with a girl out of Dallas. She upcoming, but as far as like, I got some set I plan on it, but I don't have nothing like I know I'm gonna do this interview March 3rd at 5 o'clock. And so they just come as they go. You know what I'm saying?
So you fund all your own trips and all of that?
Yeah, I get the money. I get the money from my like post payments, my YouTube revenue. I put it back into my business.
So YouTubing is a lot of money.
Not really. I mean,
not yet, huh? Not yet.
It comes like you might get like $300 here, or you might get $1,000 here. It just depends on what you're doing and what those ads looking like. And then I still work too.
Yeah.
So I got a job. I just invest my money. I play in the stock market.
It's like old boy, his name, BFB Pac-Man. He still work at his post office job and still doing
I interviewed his brother
a
while ago, and we talked about that via the interview. I wanted to interview Pac-Man. He might not see this. he might not see this, but people that he personally know, I've interviewed him. Somebody niggas who really know him, I've already interviewed him. So we might. I
probably send him a clip.
We might do something with
drop it to him in the DMs, man.
Yeah.
You view over it, you know what I'm saying? We see where it go from there. So
I like him though.
Before we wrap this up, I want to know one thing.
Talk to me.
Give us some insight, man, on people who vlog or, mess with the YouTube channels, trying to, learn how to get their viewers up, their followers up, and, what would advice, what tips would you give them?
Be consistent with what you're doing. If you got two people, 5 people, 1 person viewing, don't let that discourage you from putting out content. Reach out to people. They might not answer. They might say, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Connecting. You know what I'm saying? Stop thinking too much. You think too much, it stop you from doing what you're gonna do. Just put it out there. I've done a lot of interviews that probably got 20 views, 30 views, 100 views, whatever. But I kept going. Kept reaching out. Hey, let's do an interview. Oh, I seen this interview. Hey, you want to do an interview? Let's do it. Boom. Like, I just say, let's stay consistent with your work, regardless of who see it or not. That's the most, I think, vital thing you could do. Stay up on
consistency.
Yeah, regardless, man, I do not feel like doing this shit today. I ain't got no best today. Man, only got 10 views on my last video. You gotta persevere through it. And do it.
That's America.
It's been fun, man. We're gonna wrap this episode up about this over, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all for watching.
Appreciate you for helping, man. Appreciate you for coming. Bless the Lord.
I appreciate you guys, man. I need to start.
Yeah,
I want to start doing more interviews.
Man, when the merch come, man, gonna bring your ass back.
What?
Man. Gonna hang these motherfucking t-shirts up and
yeah. I'm gonna have some too. Like everybody asks me when I'm gonna have Change Plans merch. I gotta have some too.
Yeah, I've been reaching out to them. Out like I said, they got other people been reaching out to them. Man, hey, man. Boy, hit me off. I'm gonna say it off, off everything.
I enjoy this though. I'm
like, my thing is, you want us to come. I don't mind, but I feel like when I reach out.